Hello, hi, welcome to Reddit Sundays on a Friday or a Saturday. I will not change the name of this series. Don't even ask. So first off, we have a brawler idea, Mortis. So this is a very unique concept. As you can see, there's a 3D model created. There is a gadget and star power list. Overall, it seems that this Redditor has put a lot of work and time and effort and blood and sweat and tears into creating this brawler concept. So can we please give a round of applause? If I can make a concept, I would probably make a bird. I would probably name it Crow. It would be a crow. We would throw poison daggers out, so it would be like Byron's attack, and then his super would be like a jump. Yeah, I think that would be a pretty good concept as well. Little brother destroyed my iPad because he lost in Brawl Stars. There's no shot that this can be real, but I 100% believe it's real. I have one important question though. How in the world did your brother do this much detrimental damage to your iPad? What did he do to it? Did he take a hammer to it? Did he take a gun to it? Did he slam it onto some weird surface? This thing isn't just broken. This thing is decimated. It looks like it got ran over by a car, but you can see the point of impact right on the right side. You can see where everything happened. What did he do to it? Did he punch it? Was that like an impact of a knuckle? Or did he take a hammer to it? Like, I need more information about this, please. I haven't seen this much damage to an iPad in a while. I beat Brawl Stars Club League by myself. Only took me 10 months. What next? Wait, is this actually what I think it is? Promoted to the top tier. Every single member in the club is the same person. There's no way that this is real, dude. All of them were online 2 hours ago, 1 hour ago. So this means that this person had to play about 90 to 120 to maybe even 150 or more matches per day, every day during the Club League season. Or even more, because there was the quest part of it, and then there's also the battling part of it. So this is probably entire days dedicated to Club League, and you're doing nothing else with your time. This is both a cool accomplishment, and I'm proud of you. Round of applause. But I think that this might be severely unhealthy. I hope this is the final time you're doing this, because that's a lot of time to be playing Brawl Stars in one day. That is actually wake up, play Brawl Stars, go to sleep. Like the skit that I made a couple days ago. Kairos after inhaling over 100 helium balloons after not getting Gus. This is probably the most accurate prediction. There's no way that Kairos doesn't inhale helium between each box. Maybe it's like unhealthy and he won't do it because of that. It shouldn't take that long to get him. That's probably what he's gonna do. There's no way that he's not gonna do that. By the time you're seeing this video, he's probably uploaded his, so maybe we'll get confirmation. What do you think about duels? Should it be a permanent mode? I 100% think it should be permanent mode. I've said this before, so I won't repeat myself too much, but I'll give a short reason why. It is a solo mode. It is fun. It is mostly skill-based. It is really good for content, and it's a great substitute for solo showdown. All of these things in tandem make up why I think that duels should still be in the game. It's just a good mode. This is a mode that, like, on paper should have been in the game from the very beginning. And I'm really sad to see that it's not already permanent, because when I saw it leave again, I was like, oh, well, there goes a lot of content that I could have made. Every time it comes back, I try my best to play it because I know it's going to leave sometime, and then while it's gone, I'm not going to have any opportunities to make whatever kind of content I want to make on it, because that mode is just such a good substitute for any other solo mode in the game. It's more chill, it's overall like more relaxed, but it can also be super intense based on what's happening. I just think it's a really good mode. I think it should be permanent 100 billion%, and I'm so glad that I'm seeing posts about it, because that means that at least some people agree with me. Like 1.6 thousand people have voted this. Drawing brawlers until I've drawn them all. Once again, we got 8-bit, bit of a low resolution, but it still looks nice nonetheless. I love it. Don't let anyone ruin your day. It's your day. Ruin it yourself by playing Rank 25 Solo Showdown. And here is why I think duels should be in the game. Because when Solo Showdown is the only solo mode available, I don't want to play my high rank brawlers. Specifically when it comes to content, sometimes if my brawler is too high rank, I'll actually purposely de-rank them. Like I'll bring them back down to like 500 trophies from 800 or something. So then when I'm recording and when I'm trying to have fun playing the game instead of sweating my butt off, I won't run into 8 El Primos spinning or whoever is a current teaming brawler in the game. Because when I'm recording and I'm trying to have fun, or I'm trying to do some type of challenge, and then I see that many people spinning, or I just see a lot of cheese happening, it is not very fun. It feels like the higher rank you go in solo showdown, the less skill you need, because at least in lower ranks, people are trying to fight each other, but in higher ranks, it just comes down to, can I trust this guy? Yes or no? Choose one option, and there you go. The amount of skill that goes down the higher you go in solo showdown is different than every other mode. That's all I can say. Edgar Rework idea. This is probably a big post, but we're gonna go through it. New trait, Evasion. When attacks miss and are within Edgar's radius, Edgar gains 20% of his super. The radius has the same range as Edgar's attack. All right. That would be a bit weird when it comes to like Colt shots or Rico shots or Pam shots especially, but I think it's a good concept. 20% is a lot though. 5 Colt bullets. There's Edgar's entire super. Unless that's not how it's supposed to work. I don't know. Let's go to the next page. Balance changes. Main attack life leech removed. I don't know about that one. I like the life leech. I think that life leech just doesn't fit on Edgar though, because when you're playing Edgar, you jump on somebody, it's like the same thing as just having more health initially anyways. So I feel like the life leech would be better on honestly somebody like Fang or somebody who's higher skill cap, so then you can really utilize the life leech better. Super adjustment, so you can stack 2 supers onto each other, like 2 charges onto each other, and every time you super you gain 1000 HP. The range would be increased by 2 tiles and you would no longer get a speed boost. I mean, this would be interesting to play out. I don't know how good it would be though. I feel like it would be too good and then he would just be overpowered, but it's still a cool concept. So now we have star powers, and one of them, when you evade a shot, it fills a bar, and when you super, you get a damage boost for the next 4 seconds. I mean, that's cool because it incentivizes skill. Like, this whole thing incentivizes more skill with Edgar, which I think is really cool, because having to evade people for his base mechanic means that you actually have to try to dodge, and you get rewarded for being good at dodging, or rewarded for the enemy being bad at shooting. And the star power also goes along with that. And then we have backflip. When you super, you have a 3-second timer, and then you go back to where you were before. That just reminds me of Max's gadget, and I feel like this would be better as a gadget. Either way, Max's gadget, isn't that like bad? I feel like this star power would just be a bit weird, because like, what if you want to escape with your super and then you just end up jumping back to where you were before? I feel like that would be like a really not ideal star power to have. It could be good in some cases though, like especially 3v3s, but if you need to jump away for any reason, just say goodbye to whatever you're holding, like gems or your stars or anything. Scarf lock. Edgar grabs and holds the closest brawler for 2 seconds but deals half damage. I have a better idea for this one. So you super in, and then it's similar concept where you grab somebody, but when you grab them, you're unable to attack them, so you're just like holding them with the scarf, but then you can walk with them, so you can like drag them into like a really bad position. I think that could be really fun. You jump in, you get your speed boost, and with a gadget, grab them, pull them to your team or something. Neither you or the person you have grabbed can shoot, but either during or like right after the grab, your entire team can be blasting at that person. So like with your 3 gadget uses, you can jump in, pull somebody, and they'll probably die to your team. That's actually kind of funny. That would be really cool. Other gadget, double jump. Edgar charges another stack of vault if he has super. So you have your super, you press it, you get another one. That would be probably OP, but it would be cool. Overall, I think this is a pretty good concept. I think that it definitely has its flaws like most concepts do, but it's still cool. Like, this is definitely well thought out, and there's even visuals and everything. Would it be ideal? Probably not. Is it something I would want to see? Sure. I mean, why not? Edgar takes absolutely 0 skill, and that's why I stopped playing as him. Plus, he's the worst brawler in the game, and him being in that position makes it hard for them to balance him, because not only is he really small brain to play, you literally jump and mash auto aim, and that's all you can do with him. Most of his fights are 50-50, and that's all it ever comes down to with him. And yeah, there are no ways to add a skill cap to him right now, and I think that reworking him is a great way to add a skill cap to him. With this, it still seems like he's a 50-50 brawler. Like, you jump on somebody and you still mash auto aim. That part of him hasn't changed, so that's why I think that this rework wouldn't be that great. But at least the whole dodging mechanic would add some skill to him, because right now he has absolutely 0 skill involved. Brawl Stars ripoff. There's no way that this one's real. This actually looks so bad. There's no way, dude. Well, okay, we're moving on. Otis buffs. Finally, another reason to hate Otis. Okay, he's OP and also boring. I disagree. I think that Otis is actually fun now. Being able to damage somebody with his super, it just changes his whole kit in like the best way possible. So I disagree with you, random Redditor. Normal ads. Toothpaste ads. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't get ads anymore because of YouTube Premium. Nano Machine Sun. I don't get the reference, but this needs a nerf. Oh yeah, it does. Well, why are they going in one at a time though? Whether or not they're going in one at a time, this definitely needs a nerf. It should just have like a timer, or they should nerf it and I don't know, completely change it. This is definitely one of the most broken mechanics they've ever added to the game. We got more art. I've been practicing art. For anybody who's interested to know my progress, I took like a month break and I'm trying to practice again. So maybe I can make some art sooner or later that I can show you guys again. I see dead children. Grom, okay. Yeah, Gus. Is that actually his lore? Like, is Gus actually dead? Because I've been seeing some people talk about it, and everywhere I'm seeing like Gus is actually dead and he's a ghost, but why does he not look like a ghost then? This art style is actually what I want to learn. I want to learn like a cartoony thing like this that's simple, it's fast, so I can make little comics like this. This is like basically what I want to do. Who is the least main brawler in your opinion? I'll go first. Meg. I agree. I think that Meg is so boring, plus not a lot of people have her, therefore not many people main her. Meg feels like a high risk, high reward brawler. The risk, it's just not like a fun risk to take. Like Mortis is a pretty high risk, high reward brawler, but he's super fun. With Meg, you are useless without your mech. When you get into your mech, I personally think it feels really clunky when you're in it. So you go from being extremely borderline useless to being in a really clunky mechanic. And the reason I think it feels clunky is because of the spread it has. Most of the time, you're not gonna hit both sides of the spread. You're just gonna hit one side. And with that, her DPS isn't even that good with the mech. You can get your sword with the damage gear. That's obviously insane. Like, she's not like the worst brawler in the game. I still think that she's kind of bad, but it's just something that I personally don't enjoy playing with. I don't like how it's really hard to hit every shot with her mech because of how spread out it is. For another unmained brawler, I would probably say Barley. I don't see a lot of people really standing Barley because Barley is really squishy. He's really susceptible to death in a lot of ways, and I don't know. I just barely see Barley, or I barely see people like talk about maining him. Besides that, I don't really know many other brawlers that people don't main very often. Good old days when 8-bit was the best brawler. Yeah, this was a while ago. I'm not even sure if a lot of you watching have been able to play with this, but back in 8-bit's heyday, he got a second star power that basically made him immediately respawn the first time he died, and that included solo showdown. So if you die as 8-bit, you would respawn exactly where you died, and before they nerfed it, it gave him the immunity shield when he respawned, full ammo, full HP. Then I think that they nerfed it so then they removed the shield and gave him only 1 ammo. But either way, being able to respawn in solo showdown is kind of redonkulous. That, ladies and gents, is gonna do it for this Reddit Sunday. If you enjoyed, don't forget to slap like, slap subscribe. I really appreciate all the support. And in case you want an Igor update, here he is. He's so tired. Again, I appreciate everybody, and I will see you later. Adios.